And welcome everybody to Mokai Stadium here in downtown beautiful Anchorage as the Anchorage Bucs will take on the Matsu Miners. We're just about ready to get underway here in Anchorage. First pitch about to get thrown by Tommy the mascot reindeer. One hopped it over the plate and in there for strike as we get set for this rivalry matchup between the Anchorage Bucs and the Matsu Miners. Brandon Monty alongside me as always, here broadcasting Matsu Miners baseball for the rest of the season. Always a pleasure of ours to bring you the action. Anchorage Bucs today on the mound, number 23 Liam Henry. Henry in his one start pitched 5 innings against the Chinooks. He got the no decision, but the team ended up winning 5-3. 1 earned run, 5 hits, and 5 strikeouts. So very effective pitcher on the mound so far in his Alaska Baseball League career. But facing him today is the Matsu Miners, coming off a no-hitter win against the Anchorage Bucs on Thursday. They were scheduled to play Friday against the Anchorage Pilots, but due to the mound here at Mokai Stadium, we arrived and they came to the conclusion that the mound was broken and unplayable. So that game had to get rescheduled, and that will be rescheduled on Saturday as a part of the Midnight Sun game. It will be a doubleheader now. First game starting at 8 o'clock, and then game 2 scheduled for 10:30, but due to the duration of the first game will impact the start of the second game. But due to the amount of sunlight, it will be clear skies all night for some great baseball. Offensively for the Miners, Eric Webb will be leading things off here and following Justin Kirby. Drew Williamson in the 3 spot. Aaron Walters in the 4 spot. Cody Huff batting .462 so far in this year. Hot hitting Cody Huff is batting 5th. Tanner Carlson batting 6th. Anthony Notero 7th. Ricky Martinez 8th. And Matt Palmer 9th as Eric Webb will step into the batter's box as he's batting .333 so far in this season. And here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So Liam Henry getting ahead early in this count as he settles in for the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed again for strike 2. 0-2. As Liam Henry is throwing to Caden Hobson behind the dish, with Channy Rogers at first, Max Foxcroft at second, Tashi Nakawaki at shortstop, as Webb able to foul that one, and the count will remain 0-2. Cole Tate at third, Chad Castillo in left, Isaac Barrera in center, and Blake Paul in right. In right is the setup for the defensively as Webb pops that one up, and Max Foxcroft will get under it and make the catch for out number 1. So Webb down on a pop-up to second baseman Max Foxcroft there, bringing up Justin Kirby. Kirby in the first couple of games got off to a relatively slow start, but has been picking it up as of late, getting his batting average up to .294, and here's the first offering to him outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Miners got ahead earlier than last game against the Bucs as the 1-0 pitch hits the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1. As they got 2 across in the top of the first inning, and that will be the only runs of the ball game as a 7-inning 2-0 no-hit win for the Miners. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Hits that inside corner again for strike 2. So Kirby's behind the count 1-2 with 1 out here in the top of the first. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will be the second out for the Miners so far, bringing up Drew Williamson. Williamson batting .276 on the year. And he steps into the box and ready to see what he can do here with 2 outs. First pitch to him low for ball 1. 1-0's the count. Coaching staff for the Miners. Third base coach is David Dennis. First base coach Jeff Erlab. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped it up to center field. Center fielder Isaac Barrera will run back. Up against the wall. Makes the catch for out number 3. So a strong hit there by Drew Williamson. Just stays in the ballpark as Isaac Barrera has to make a good play out there in center. So 3 up, 3 down for the Miners after 1/2 inning. Miners 0, Bucs 0. And here we are in the bottom half of the first inning. On the mound tonight for the Miners is Brandon White out of Washington State University. And his one start so far in this year, he got the no decision in 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run and 4 hits and 3 strikeouts against the Bucs on June 8th. So he has some experience facing off against the Bucs, and we'll see what he can do here as he faces off against Isaac Barrera to lead things off for the Bucs in this bottom half of the first inning. And here's the first offering to him. Fastball in there for strike 1. Brandon Wright is throwing to Anthony Notero behind the dish. Drew Williamson at first. Cody Huff at second. And here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. At shortstop, Ricky Martinez. Third baseman, Tanner Carlson. For the outfield, left field, Eric Webb. Center field, Justin Kirby. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Low for ball 2. And finishing things up defensively for the Miners in right field is Matt Palmer. And here's the 2-1. Inside for ball 3. So hitters count now for Barrera as he's ahead in the count 3-1. On deck right now is Chad Castillo and the whole Blake Paul. Batting cleanup today for the Bucs is Chaney Rogers as the 3-1 pitch misses. So the Bucs will get an early runner with the base on balls. Bringing up Chad Castillo. Castillo's batting .342 on the year. Finishing up the Bucs offensively is Cole Tate batting 5th. Caden Hobson batting 6th. Ryan Sullivan batting 7th. Max Foxcroft batting 8th. And Tashi Nakiwaki to end things for the Bucs. And here's the first pitch to Castillo outside for ball 1. 1-0's the count. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded to second base coming Cody Huff. Could be 2. The throw second for 1. In time to first for 2. So a 4-6-3 double play for the Miners. And just like that, as the Bucs got an early base runner, and not anymore with that 4-6-3 double play. Good turn there by Ricky Martinez to throw it in time to first to Drew Williamson to gun down Castillo at first, bringing up Blake Paul. And here's the pitch to him in the dirt for ball 1. Paul batting .241 on the year. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded out of play for strike one. White gets his sign, kicks and deals the 1-1. Low for ball two. Great day for some baseball here. 60 degrees here in Anchorage. Slight chance of rain later on in the day, but it should hold off with the 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, and the count will go to 2-2. White toes the rubber, and here's the 2-2 pitch. Line straight into the Bucs dugout. Looks like everyone's okay, as the count will remain 2-2. So we got twos on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. And here's the pitch. Lined out of play again. And the count will remain 2-2. And here's White with the 2-2. Inside, ball 3. Full count now. Miners infield thought that was strike 3. They started running over to the dugout, but here's the full count pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Bucs got an early runner on, but with a 4-6-3 double play, that was eliminated. And with the strikeout to end the inning, that'll do things for the Bucs. As after one complete inning, Miners 0, Bucs 0, and we'll have that Miners action coming up for you next. And here we are in the top of the second. Leading things off for the Miners is Aaron Walters. And here's the first pitch to him. Inside for ball 1. Currently in the ABL, it's a very close race. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Chopped up right back to Liam Henry at the pitcher's mound. He'll run over to first, toss it over in time as Aaron Walters is retired on the 1-3 ground out. So a very close race right now with the Anchorage Bucs leading things with a 7-3 record. The Glacier Pilots are right behind them with 4-3 record and 1.5 game behind, as the first pitch to Cody Huff is outside for ball 1. The Miners are right behind them with a 4-5 record, 2.5 games out of first, and with both the same record, as Huff will pop that up down the first base side, but will bounce off the top of the first base dugout and out of play. The Oilers and the Chinooks are tied with a 4-6 record, and both being 3 games back from first place. So Still very early on in this season, and anything can happen. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2 as Cody Huff has been electric in his 5 games as a minor, batting .462. And here's the 2-1 pitch. And he'll pop that up down the third base side. Should stay into play. Cole Tate is under it. And that will just be foul. It looks like that hit off the very top of that fencing on the exact top of it, making no play available. So Huff will get a second chance here with the 2-2 count. The wind just pulled that one foul and out of play. And here's the 2-2 pitch outside, and the count will go full. And here's the full count pitch to him. In there for strike 3, got him looking. So currently 5 up, 5 down for the Miners with Tanner Carlson stepping into the plate. Carlson batting .174 on the year. And he steps in. Let's see what he can do here with 2 outs. First pitch to him hits the outside part of the plate there for strike 1. Good fastball by Henry on the mound. And here's the 0-1. In there for strike 2. So Carlson down now. 0-2 is the count. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded. Could go up the middle, and it will. So a 2-out single by Carlson with that grounder right up the middle. Max Foxcroft at second tried to run and stop it before it went into the outfield, but could not. So that will be the first hit on the ball game with Carlson. With Anthony Notero stepping up to the plate with the man on first. Notero batting .250 on the year. Catching in today's ball game. And here's the first offering to him. Popped up to center field. Isaac Barrera under it and will make the catch for out number 3. So Miners get the first hit out of the ball game, but can't do anything with it, as after 1.5, Miners 0, Bucs 0. Going in the bottom of the second here. No score so far in this ball game. Only 1 hit has been allowed through 1.5 innings and 1 walk. So Brandon White stepping in to deliver the first pitch to the Bucs, as that will be in the dirt for ball one. 1-0's the count. Chaney Rogers up at the plate for the Bucs, and here's the 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball two. Rogers batting .222 on the year, as White gets what he likes from the catcher, and here's the 2-0 pitch outside for ball three, and the count will go to 3-0. .3-0 pitch is in there for strike one. .3-1 pitch misses for ball four. So the Bucs will start off the inning again with a walk, giving Chaney Rogers first base. Bringing up Cole Tate. Cole Tate, .269 hitter on the year. White looks at first and delivers the first pitch inside for ball one. Brandon White out of GL East, Washington, goes to Wazoo, and here comes the 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul down the third base line. As in his year at Wazoo, he was 2-8 on the year with a 6.52 ERA and 58 innings pitched. As White will look at first at Rogers and will throw back, but Rogers gets in just in time. Trying to keep him honest over there at first. And here's the 1-1 pitch to Tate. In there for strike two. 1-2 count, no outs with a man on first in this bottom half of the second inning. And White will look over, look back at Tate, and throws. Strike three. Got him looking for out number one with Caden Hobson coming up to the plate. Hobson batting 405 games so far this year. As he'll step up to the plate with a man on first and one out. White looks at first. And here's the first offering. Pop them up down the third base line. Tanner Carlson over there makes the catch for out number two. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the second, with designated hitter Ryan Sullivan up at the plate. Sullivan, a .208 hitter, as he'll face off against Brandon White for the first time in this ball game. And here's the first pitch. Inside for ball one. 1-0's the count. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Grounded foul for strike one. Rogers is over there at first on a leadoff walk. But White with the short-term memory loss with a strikeout right after, and popped up Keaton Hobson just before Ryan Sullivan stepped into the batter's box. White will throw over to first. In time. Got him on the pickoff. So White saw that Rogers at first was off a little too far and picks him off there for out number 3. So after 2 complete innings, Miners 0, Anchorage Bucs 0. Ricky Martinez to get things going for the Miners here in the top of the 3rd inning. As the Miners hoping to get ahead early here with the 0-0 score in the top of the 3rd. As Martinez gets ahead, 1-0's the count. 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. And here's the 1-1 pitch outside for ball 1. Ball 2, excuse me. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped them up. Shortstop Tashi Nakiwaki appears to be under it and will make the catch. Bringing up Matt Palmer. Liam Henry only allowing 1 hit so far against the Miners, and here's the first pitch to Palmer. Is outside for ball 1. Palmer is 167 on the year. A Palmer, Alaska native. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. Henry so far 2 strikeouts and no walks through 2 1/3. As the 2-0 pitch is fouled straight back for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Curveball hits that outside part of the plate for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out to Palmer. And here's the 2-2 pitch. In there, got him looking for strike 3. So 2nd strikeout looking on the night for Liam Henry, and 3rd strikeout in total. That will bring up the top of the lineup for the Miners with Eric Webb. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a pop-up to second base in his first at-bat. And here's the first pitch to him. Grounded up the middle for a single. to get things going, and he's always a constant threat on first, as the Bucs are well aware, as in that 2-0 game on Thursday. The second one that was a no-hitter in that top of the first, Eric Webb stole second and then gambled and stole third, both safely, as he is 5 for 5 on the year. And let's see what he does here with 2 outs. First pitch to Kirby in there for strike 1, as he's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. 294 hitter out of Kent State University. And here's the 0-1. Checked his swing. Umpire says he did not go, and the count will go to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, as Webb takes his lead at first. And here's the pitch. Curveball in there for strike 2. Henry looks over at first. As Webb goes, lines it into right field. Will that drop? It will. As Webb will take third. As the Miners will have runners at the corners with 2 outs on a good single by Kirby. So Webb at third, Kirby on first. Webb was stealing on the pitch, as that dropped right down the first base line in right field, allowed him to go to third easily with a single to Kirby's name. As Drew Williamson will step up to the plate, he's 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center field. First pitch to him outside for ball 1.
And he balked.
And the umpire will call a balk on that one. So with that balk, Webb will come in from third, and Kirby's over to second. And the Miners will hold a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. And Henry will step off the mound again, making sure Kirby's staying over there at second. As with 2 outs, the Miners have gotten 2 hits and a run now. And here's the pitch. Fouled straight back for strike 1. Williamson out of University of Arizona. 276 hitter so far for the Miners. And here's Henry with the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in this top of the third. Kirby takes his lead at second, and here's the pitch. Checked his swing, he went on the drop, third strike. Hobson will tag Williamson out for out number 3. The Miners do strike in the top of the third on a balk to score the first run of the ball game, as the Miners now hold a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the third inning. Miners 1, Bucs 0. The great George Strait once said, "Daddies don't just love their children every now and then. It's a love without end." Amen. And to all the fathers out there watching, we wish you guys a happy Father's Day, as the first pitch from White is outside for ball one. Beautiful Father's Day. A lot of kids and their dads at the ballpark today here at Molokai Stadium, as the 1-0 pitch is lined into center field and will drop for a single to lead things off. So the Bucs are 3 for 3 so far in the leadoff position to get a runner on base, as in the first 2 innings a leadoff walk, and now to lead things off here in the third with a single, as Max Foxcroft will stand in for the Bucs. And here's the pitch from White. In there for strike one. So the Miners held the Bucs to 9 innings straight with no hits, as the no-hitter was a 7-inning ball game, and the first 2 innings in this ball game no hits from the Bucs, as the 1-0-1 pitch is in there for a ball. 1-1's the count. Sullivan at first, Foxcroft at the plate. White looks over at Sullivan at first, gets his sign, and kicks and deals the 1-1. Line straight back for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Sullivan led things off with the first hit for the Bucs. And here's Brandon White with the 1-2 in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2's the count now. Able to get in front of it and prevent Sullivan from getting any further than he already is, as the count's now 2-2. And here's the pitch. Outside, and the count will go full. White looks over at first. Gets his sign, and here's the payoff pitch. Grounded to second baseman Huff. This could be 2. To second for 1. In time to first for 2. With another 4-6-3 double play. And Brandon White with another great pitch right there to force the ground out to second. And a great 4-6-3 from Huff to Martinez to Williamson, as the Miners now have 2 outs in this inning. As the first pitch to Tashi Nakiwaki is in there for strike 1. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up to left field. Eric Webb will make the catch for out number 3. So the Bucs get their first hit of the ball game, but unable to do anything with it, as the Miners lead them 1-0 after 3. And I'm throwing it over to Brandon Monty for the 4, 5, 6 innings, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back here at Mulcahy Stadium. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Velan, happy as always to be bringing you Matsu Miners baseball on this Father's Day edition of the ABL as the 1-0 pitch to Aaron Walters is fouled off to the left behind us. Remember, folks, if a foul ball does damage to your car, visit the folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts there in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more info. As the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball dropping in on the inside corner to Walters for strike two. Walters 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded back to the pitcher his first time aboard on a little half swing number back to the mound as the 1-2, another breaking ball that misses low, 2-2. 1-0 our score here, top of the first at Mulcahy. The Miners in control, their only run of the game coming on a balk. They do have 3 hits to their credit compared to just 1 for the Bucs as the 1-2 is hit well by Walters out to left field. Retreating as Castillo at the warning track makes the catch for out number 1. So Walters gave it a pretty good ride, but came up just short. So the leadoff man retired to start the top of the 4th, and Cody Huff digging in. Huff struck out looking his first time aboard on a breaking ball that dropped in on him. Liam Henry has had that breaking ball working pretty well today as he's working from the left side of the rubber. First pitch to Huff is popped up to the right side. Rogers drifting over to his left, but it's going to get out of play. So 0-1. This is the 6th time that the Miners and the Bucs are meeting this season. The Miners 1-4 against their foes from Anchorage on the year. Every game has been decided by 2 or less runs as Huff grounds one to short on the 0-1 pitch. Nakawaki Fields throws to first in time. So the first 2 men of the inning set down for the Miners. As Tanner Carlson digs in, he grounded back up the middle for a single his first time aboard. Back in the lineup today after getting the day off in the doubleheader the other day against the Bucs. Going back to the matchup, if you're looking for a high-scoring rivalry, this is not the matchup for you as the first pitch to Carlson drops in for a called strike one on the outside corner. In the first 5 meetings of the season, these two teams combined for 27 total runs. As the 0-1 pitch fastball missing outside, 1-1. It's been 15-12 over the span of 5 games between these two teams. It's been a pitcher's duel pretty much every time these two teams square off. As the 1-1 to Carlson on its way, a fastball again catching the outside corner. Good locating there by the southpaw Liam Henry as it's 1-2. And the epitome of a pitcher's duel coming in the last matchup when Kyler Busch threw the first no-hitter for the Miners since 2016 as Carlson fouls one off the catcher, so we'll do it again, 1-2. The last time the Miners threw a no-hitter, July 29th, 2016, it was actually the effort of 4 different Miners pitchers. As Henry gets his sign, the 1-2 to Carlson, called strike 3, the breaking ball catching the outside corner as Henry living there in the top of the 4th, side retired. 1-2-3 go the Miners. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Miners still lead it 1-0. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium in beautiful Anchorage, Alaska, on what's been mostly an overcast afternoon here on this Sunday, June the 16th. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there as we're through 3.5 at Mulcahy with the Miners leading 1-0. Brandon White back on the mound as his first pitch to the leadoff man Isaac Barrera drops in for a called strike one. Barrera, a .333 hitter on the season with 5 RBIs as the 0-1 pitch from White misses low with the fastball, 1-1. Barrera has one game-winning hit this year against the Miners already as the 1-1 pitch to him is low once again. So 2-1 the count now to the speedy leadoff hitter. The Bucs have about as dangerous of a top 4 of the lineup as anyone in the league, as between Barrera, Castillo, and Paw, there's a lot of RBIs and a lot of good average hitters there as the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed by Barrera for strike 2. Castillo, a .342 hitter. And then Paw, the best power hitter in the league thus far, as the 2-2 is chopped to short. Martinez is up with it, throws to first, and a good stretch by Williamson there as Barrera is retired. Chalk that one up as a 6-3 groundout for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Chad Castillo. Castillo hit into a twin killing his first time around, 4-6-3. There have been 2 of them on the day as Brandon White's done a very good job of keeping the ball down in the zone. These Bucs hitters haven't been able to do too much with it. Been a lot of groundouts to this point as the first pitch to Castillo is low for ball 1, and it's like my old pitching coach always used to say, you'd rather be too low than too high. Never want to leave anything upstairs for these hitters as the 1-0 pitch missing low there, so White falls behind 2-0. Castillo, as I mentioned, a .342 hitter by way of Cal Baptist. 7 runs and 9 RBIs on the season for these Anchorage Bucs as the 2-0 to him is chopped over to first, but it'll just be foul. So 2-1 now the count with 1 down in the inning. Miners looking for win number 4 on the road so far this season, and their 4th here on what turns out to be a 6-game road trip after the cancellation of the game against the Glacier Pilots the other night. 2-1 on the way to Castillo. Right at the knees, good locating there by White on the changeup, so we're even now 2-2. The Bucs, .243 average as a team. As White's ready, the 2-2 pitch nearly runs inside and gets Castillo as he scoots out of the way, so we're full 3-2. Bucs offense hasn't quite been as fluent over these past 2 nights. In fact, their team average has dropped from .274 to .243 over the span of the last 2 games. White is ready. The full count offering on its way is low for ball 4. The 3rd free pass surrendered on the day from Brandon White. So the Bucs have a base runner here, 1 man on, 1 man out, and the dangerous Blake Paw coming to the plate. Blake Paw is 0 for 1 on the day. He was punched out back in the 1st inning. Digs in, righty on righty matchup here. 2 members of the Pac-12 for that matter. As the Arizona Wildcat digs in, Brandon White's ready. First pitch to Paw, fastball misses upstairs. 1-0 the count. Blake Paw, 3 round trippers on the year, one of them against the Miners. 9 RBIs, a .250 hitter with 4 runs scored as Paw swings and fouls one to the left side. So we're even now at 1-1. Castillo, pretty good threat on the base pass. He's 2 for 2 on the year. The Bucs are 9 of 10. As the combination of Isaac Barrera and Chad Castillo has 6 stolen bases. The 1-1 pitch. Changeup dropped right there. Good locating by White as he dropped it right at the knees for a called strike 2, and Paw couldn't do anything with that one. 1-2 the count. 1 man on, 1 man out. Miners lead at 1-0. Infield in double play def. Looking for their 3rd twin killing of the afternoon. The 1-2 pitch is lined hard to left field. Webb is retreating, and this one's going to bounce off the wall. Rounding second and heading for third is Castillo. It's going to be close at third. The tag applied, and Castillo is safe on a bang-bang play. So Blake Paw gave that one a pretty good ride as it hit off the wall out in left. Webb made a great relay throw in, right on the money for that matter, to Carlson. And now Tyler LeBrun's going to have a word with the home plate umpire. Man, that play was very close. Carlson got the tag down as Castillo was sliding. A bang-bang play as LeBrun's discussion with the home plate umpire is very brief. The call stands. Blake Paw gets a standing double. His first hit of the night, second for the Bucs. And now they have two runners in scoring position with one out for the cleanup man, Cheney Rogers. Rogers walked his first time around to start the second. First pitch to him. Grounded back to the pitcher. White fields it, and now he's got Castillo in a pickle. White is chasing Castillo, now third baseline. He tags him out. In the meanwhile, Rogers goes to first, and Blake Paw advances to third. So good heads-up play there by White. Good reaction on the grounder back to the mound as he's able to avoid having the tying run come across. As now there's two down, runners at the corners. White will just be focused on the batter here, and the batter's going to be Cole Tate. Tate on the day struck out looking his first time around in the second. He's a .269 hitter coming in, a native of Bishop, Georgia. Righty on righty matchup here. Rogers gets his lead from first. Paw about 2 steps off third. White checks him and now throws back over to Rogers just to keep him honest over there. Another beautiful day for some Alaska Baseball League action. 60 degrees, mostly overcast. Little cool, a slight breeze. But nothing too substantial here at Mulcahy as the first pitch to Tate just misses outside with the fastball. Notero tried to frame it, but the umpire not having it. 1-0. Brandon White now in his 9th inning of work on the season. His second start of the year, both coming against the Bucs now. White checks the runner at first. He's ready from the stretch. The 1-0 is fouled off to the right side out of play. So we're even 1-1. Miners coming in with a 4.04 team ERA, 68 strikeouts, 42 walks, 57 hits allowed in 71 innings of work. As White throws back over to first, he's already picked Rogers off once in this game. The first runner picked off on the year for this Miners pitching staff as Rogers gets his lead from first. White working from the left side of the rubber. The pitch is grounded to short. Up with it is Martinez. Flips to Huff. Chalk it up as 6-4 there for the putout, and the side is retired. Bucs leave 2 stranded in the bottom of the 4th. We're through 4 here at Mulcahy Stadium. Miners lead it 1-0. 7, 8, 9 coming up for this Miners lineup here in the top of the 5th as they hold a 1-0 lead over the Anchorage Bucs in what is looking like yet another pitcher's duel between these two squads. Probably sounds all too familiar to you fans by now. That's just the way things have gone this year against these two squads. Been plenty of slugfests to go around as Liam Henry back on the mound for the Bucs. First pitch to Notero is in there. Called strike one with the fastball on the outside corner. Notero comes in hitting .250. Flew out to left center field on the first pitch, his first time aboard, as the 0-1 is just outside with the changeup, so 1-1 the count. Liam Henry, a southpaw from Kansas City, Missouri, and an Arkansas Razorback this past year. In his second start of the year, going pretty strong here in the 5th as the 1-1, a breaking ball that misses high and outside, 2-1. Henry, 3 hits allowed this year, 1 earned run, 5 punch-outs, 2 walks. Opponents hitting .176 against him. Notero digs in as the 2-1 misses outside, so a hitter's count now for the catcher from Washington State as he's ahead 3-1. Notero's got 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored to his credit thus far as the 3-1 pitch misses away. So Notero draws a 5-pitch walk here to start the top of the 5th, and that's now the 3rd half inning of this game where the leadoff man has been walked. That these pitchers have kept this game under control for themselves at this point. As for the most part, these hurlers have kept these lineups at bay as Ricky Martinez digs back in. Martinez ready, lefty on righty matchup as the first pitch to him misses upstairs, so 1-0 the count. Martinez popped out to short his first time up, struggling to start here in the ABL, 0 of 14 on the season. Still looking to find his groove here in Alaska. He's got a chance to do some damage here with a runner on, though, to start the top of the 5th. Martinez digs back in as the Baylor Bear gets his sign from third base coach David Dennis. Henry working from the stretch, the 1-0 pitch, a fastball that again misses upstairs. So 2-0 the count. 6 out of the 7 pitches to start this top of the 5th have missed for southpaw Liam Henry. As he goes from the stretch once again, working from the belt. Here comes the 2-0 pitch and a fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike one. Notero on first, didn't steal any bases for the Cougars this past year. He gets about a 3-step lead. Henry checks him twice, now deals to Martinez, and a fastball missing away, so 3-1 the count here. Another hitter's count for the Miners as Martinez will be sitting dead red at the dish, looking for something good. Middle infield in double play def as Foxcroft and Nakawaki playing closer to the bag. The 3-1 pitch to Martinez is popped foul to the right side, and that one's going to get out of play, so we're full 3-2.
And it looks like they're going to give him another balk.
And yes, they are. That's the second balk of the game here for southpaw Liam Henry, as he has a discussion with the first base umpire, wondering what he needs to fix. He's already balked in a run. That was back in the 3rd inning. So 2 balks now on the day for Liam Henry. That moves Notero into scoring position at second. Henry checks the runner. So the 3-1 pitch to Martinez is grounded over to first, and it gets away from Cheney Rogers as it bounced off his mitt. The left-handed first baseman Rogers tried to backhand it at the bag. It was a pretty well-hit ball, but Rogers misplays it, and that's going to go down as an E3. So the Miners now have runners at the corners, nobody down, and the Alaska native Matt Palmer digging into the box. Palmer's got 1 RBI to his credit on the year, looking to add to that total. In his first time around, he struck out looking. 1 for 7 on the season. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Both runners get their leads. Henry still working from the stretch. First pitch to Palmer is a bunt. It's popped in the air to the right side. Rogers running over but can't quite make the play on it. So Henry ahead in the count, 0-1. Pretty good crowd here on hand at Mulcahy Stadium. A lot of families in the building on what has turned out to be a pretty nice day. A nice Father's Day. What better way to spend it than at the ballpark? 0-1 pitch to Palmer again. He shows bunt but pulls it back there after the fastball misses high and away, so we're even 1-1. Ricky Martinez at first, Anthony Notero at third, Matt Palmer at the dish as the Miners looking to add a little cushion to their lead here in the fifth. 1-1 pitch. Palmer squares bunt, gets one down. It's in the air though. Rogers catches it near the pitcher's mound, so Palmer retired as he tried to lay one down there but wasn't able to execute it. So 1 down now. Still 2 men on though for the Miners as we're back to the top of the order with Eric Webb. Webb's 1 for 2 on the day, popped out to second in the first and then singled in the third. Webb's already got 3 RBIs to his credit on the year. Henry checks the runners. Deals. First pitch drops in. Breaking ball at the knees for a called strike 1. Miners averaging 3.9 runs per game on the season. Hitting 198 as a team. Henry working from the stretch. The 0-1 is hit hard to left field. This one has got a chance. It is off the wall in left. Notero's going to come in to score. Martinez to third. Eric Webb is in with a standing double. So the Miners add to their lead in the fifth. It's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Valley's finest after Eric Webb picks up his first double of the year, RBI number 4 and hit number 6. And the Miners are threatening for more here with the heart of their order coming up. Justin Kirby digging in. Kirby's been the most dangerous power threat of the year for these Miners. He's got 2 men on here, both in scoring position with 1 out. Henry's ready. First pitch to Kirby. Fastball misses away for ball 1. Infield playing in here for the Bucs, as if they're able to corral a ground ball, they'll be shooting for home, trying to limit the damage. Kirby 1 for 2 on the day. Lofted a single out to right his last time aboard. The 1-0 pitch to him, a called strike 1, and Kirby shakes his head in disbelief there. Some good framework there by the catcher, Caden Hobson, as that one looked a little too far outside. Kirby felt that as well. Regardless, it's 1-1. 1 out, 2 men on the pitch as Kirby fouls one to the backstop. So 1-2. Now our count. Kirby, 5 RBIs on the year, a team-leading 2 home runs. In fact, he's the only Miner who's left the yard so far this year. 1 double, 8 runs scored. Entered the game hitting .294. Lefty on righty matchup here. Henry ready, the 1-2. Fastball misses low. Good eye there by Kirby as Henry tried to get him to chase. 2-2. Miners come into this game 2.5 games out of the ABL leading Bucs. The Bucs have lost their last 2, however. They were blown out last night by the Glacier Pilots 10-2. And then the no-hitter 2 nights ago against these Miners, as the 2-2 pitch is a little nubber in front of the mound. Henry corrals it, throws over to first in time to retire Kirby. So a big out number 2 for this Bucs team here, as Kirby unable to capitalize, as that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Drew Williamson. Williamson 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to very deep left center his first time around, but Barrera was able to track it down near the wall. And then in his last at-bat, he struck out. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Still two men in scoring position for the Miners. Two down. First pitch to Williamson. In the dirt, ball one. Going back to the ABL standings, the Bucs 7-3 with the Glacier Pilots 4-3. Matsu Miners are 4-5. They're in third, and then a tie for fourth between the Peninsula Oilers and the Chugiak Chinooks. They're squaring off today. It'll be the final day of the Kenai trip for the Chinooks. They're looking for win number 4 on that road trip as the 1-0 pitch to Williamson, a fastball at the knees for strike one. And you can see these Miners hitters are looking pretty disgruntled with the strike zone today. 1-1 the count. Williamson looking for RBIs 5 and 6 as he'll try to keep it going with 2 down. Henry's ready, the 1-1. Again in the dirt, 2-1. After today, the Miners are back in Herman Brothers Field as today concludes their 6-game road trip. They'll take on the Anchorage Glacier Pilots tomorrow back in Palmer. 2-1 on the way to Williamson, swung on and missed. He was way out in front of the breaking ball as Henry got him to chase. So we're even now at 2. 2's on the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men on base. Miners lead it 2-0. Williamson digs back in after getting his sign from David Dennis. Henry gives the nod to his catcher, Caden Hobson. He's got what he likes. Here comes the 2-2. It's grounded over to first. It's in fair territory. Rogers dives, corrals it, and steps on the bag for the third and final out of the inning. Miners strike again, though. They push one across, but leave 2 stranded. We're through 4.5 at Mulcahy Stadium. Miners lead it 2-0 when we come back. Caden Hobson at the dish for the Bucs here to start the bottom of the 5th as Brandon White's first pitch to him misses low for a ball, 1-0. Through 4.5 here at Mulcahy, Miners up 2-0. They've scored first now for the 4th consecutive game. First 1-0 pitch on the way, grounded over to short. Martinez drifts to his left, throws over to Williamson, and Hobson retired for out number 1. Chalk that one up as a 6-3 ground out. So Hobson set down now for the 2nd time today. And that's going to bring up Ryan Sullivan, the designated hitter. Sullivan, the 6'5", 225-pound right-handed hitter by way of Gonzaga and Aurora, Colorado. Hitting out of the 7th spot today. He singled once, one of 2 hits for the Bucs on the day. Enter the game as a 208 hitter with a run scored and an RBI. First pitch to him is waved at and missed. He tried to hit that one all the way back to Palmer, but comes up empty 0-1. Brandon White still going strong for the Miners in his 5th inning of work. His 10th now on the season. White gets his sign from Notero. The 0-1 on the way is low, 1-1. Second straight game that a Washington State pitcher has been throwing to a Washington State catcher, as Notero has now caught both his Cougar teammates Kyler Busch and Brandon White. White nods to Notero. He's ready. Here comes the 1-1. It is right on the outside corner, and all Sullivan could do was watch it go by for a called strike 2. Again, after this game, the Miners begin a 5-game homestand here this week from June 17th through the 21st. That will see them take on the Pilots once and the Oilers 4 times, as the 1-2 misses in the dirt for ball 2, so we're even. 2-2 count, 1 man out here. Miners leading it 2-0. And tomorrow they take on the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, followed by a 4-game series against the Peninsula Oilers. That's back on Herman Brothers Field. And as always, all games available on YouTube Live to stream, as Sullivan fouls one off to the right side. So he fends off a fastball there out of play. So once again, the count 2-2. Anchorage Bucs looking to snap a 2-game losing streak today. They're 7-3 on this young ABL season. 2-2 on the way to Sullivan is low. White thought he had him rung up with the changeup, but no dice, so 3-2 now the count. Wind starting to pick up just a bit here in Anchorage, blowing out towards left field at about 8 to 9 miles per hour. The 3-2 offering to Sullivan is waved at and missed. He was tardy to the party on that fastball, and he's set down for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Bucs to start the bottom of the 5th. And the number 8 hitting Max Foxcroft stepping up to the plate. Max Foxcroft making his season debut for the Bucs, an Oregon Duck this past year, a native of Newport, California. Foxcroft grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time aboard, as he's first pitch swinging here. Fouled off to the left, and that'll drift out of play. Remember, folks, a foul ball can do some serious damage to your car. You can always visit the folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more details, as White's 0-1, a breaking ball that misses in the dirt, so we're even 1-1. Opponents hitting .222 on the year, or I guess the Anchorage Bucs for that matter, hitting .222 on the year against White. Had just 4 hits allowed coming in, as Foxcroft way late on the fastball there on the outside corner. So now he's down in the count, 1-2. The 6'8 right-hander is ready, gets his sign from Notero. Here comes the 1-2 offering, grounded back towards second. Cody Huff is up with it, throws over to Williamson. Easy play for the Arizona native. Huff, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the Bucs in the 5th. We're through 5 here at Mulcahy. 2-0. Miners still in control. New hurler on the mound for the Anchorage Bucs here in the top of the 6th. It'll be right-hander Michael Ferris making his season debut. The right-hander from UC Irvine and Irvine, California for that matter. A 6-foot, 185-pound hurler just finished his sophomore year with the Anteaters. He'll have a tough task ahead of him here facing the heart of this minor order as the first pitch to Aaron Walters catches the outside corner for a called strike one. Aaron Walters entered the game 2 of 11 as the 0-1 pitch to him, a fastball that misses away 1-1. On the day, Walters 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher and is flown out to left. Ferris working from the left side of the rubber, shakes off a couple signs. He's got what he likes. Here comes the 1-1. Walters grounds it foul back to the screen. So 1-2. Now the count. Walters, a Kerrville, Texas native, looking for his first knock of the day. Ferris in his season debut for the Bucs as the 1-2 pitch misses away, so we're even at 2-2. Seeing a couple debuts here for this Anchorage Bucs team today. 2-2 offering now to Walters, a fastball that misses away, so he's run it full, 3-2. Lefty on righty matchup here to start the top of the 6th. Ferris from the windup, the 3-2 offering, low, ball 4. Good eye by Aaron Walters there, and for the second straight inning, the Miners have a leadoff walk. So Cody Huff now into the box. Huff 0 for 2 on the day, still a solid 6 for 15 on the year thus far, a 400 hitter. 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 1 double, and a stolen base to his credit. Walters gets about a 3-step lead off first. First pitch to Huff is a called strike one on the inside at the knees. Good locating there by Ferris. As the UC Irvine Anteater is ready, checks the runner at first, now working from the stretch off the left side of the rubber. The 0-1 pitch to Huff, a breaking ball just missing inside and popped out of the catcher Caden Hobson's glove there for a brief moment. So 1-1. Now our count. Ferris ready again. The 1-1 offering on its way. And it runs inside and plunks Huff right in the back there. So a walk and a hit batter to start the season for Michael Ferris. As the Miners now have 2 men on, nobody out, with Tanner Carlson coming to the plate. Carlson's already got 1 hit to his credit on the day. Struck out looking, however, in his last at-bat. We'll see what Coach Tyler LeBrun decides to do here. An ideal bunting situation. Carlson digs in. First pitch to him is swung on, fouled to the right side, back to the screen. So 0-1 the count. Other action in the ABL on this Father's Day. The Peninsula Oilers leading the Chugiak Chinooks 3-2 out in Kenai. That one's in the top of the 5th. The only other game going on here in the Alaska Baseball League on this Father's Day as the 0-1 again fouled off by Carlson to the left. Out of play, so 0-2. Now the count. LeBrun deciding to go big here and swing away to try to break things open in the top of the 6th. Not taking the small ball approach, trying to move the runners over on a bunt. As the Long Beach State dirtbag Carlson digs in. As Carlson will take a time here, Ferris steps off and digs back in. Leans in and gets his sign from Caden Hobson. Gives him the nod. He's got what he likes. Checks the runner at second. The 0-2 gets away from Hobson as the breaking ball went into the dirt. Sank a little too low, and both runners will move 90 feet on the passed ball. So now a definite situation to swing away here for Carlson. He's got 6 RBIs on the season and looking for more here. The infield now in, trying to contain any ground balls here. As everyone inched in on the grass portion of the infield turf. The 1-2 to Carlson is lined back up the middle, and this one's going to drop in front of Barrera, base hit. One run is going to score. Here comes Cody Huff to the plate. He slides. He is safe. A 2-run RBI single for Tanner Carlson. And just like that, with one swing of the bat, the Miners double their lead in the sixth. It's 4-0. Tanner Carlson, his second hit of the afternoon, and RBIs number 7 and 8. So a 4-0 game here with Anthony Notero digging in. Been a rough start to the season for reliever Michael Ferris here as he gets Notero to hack at a first pitch breaking ball and miss for strike one. Ferris ready, still working from the stretch. Checks Carlson at first. The 0-1 is chopped to third. Tate bobbles it a little bit. Now it's to throw across his body, across the diamond, and a good stretch there by Rogers on a throw that looked like it got away from Tate just a little bit. But Notero's retired. Carlson moves up 90 feet to second. So the Miners have another runner in scoring position with one out, and Ricky Martinez coming to the plate. Ricky Martinez looking for that first hit of the year and RBI. Ferris' first pitch to him waved at and missed, as Martinez trying to send that one over to the football field in our view out in left field. So 0-1 the count. Carlson gets about a 5-step lead off a second. Ferris checks him. Now the 0-1 pitch is grounded over to short. Up with it is Nakawaki, throws over to first, and Rogers picks it out of the dirt for out number 2. And Carlson moves up another 90 feet to third. So a pinch hitter coming in now for the Miners. Replacing Matt Palmer is going to be number 29, Colin Montez. Montez, a left-handed hitter by way of Washington State, looking to bring home Carlson here and give the Miners a 5-0 lead. Montez 1 of 19 at the plate on the year thus far. First pitch to him, a changeup that's right down the middle for a called strike one. Montez 3 runs scored on the year, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Ferris looking to limit the damage here for the Bucs as the 0-1 is fouled right behind us over the press box, out of play. Remember, folks, a foul ball can do some serious damage to your car. You can always visit the fine folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. Montez digs in. The 0-2 pitch, a fastball that just misses outside. Good plate discipline there by the left-hander from Marysville, Washington, and he's still fighting here, 1-2. Ferris now working quickly from the stretch. Ready at the belt. The 1-2 delivery is popped up on the infield. Nakawaki calls off Cole Tate. He's under it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Miners double their lead, though, in the top of the sixth on the strength of a 2-run single by Tanner Carlson. We're through 5.5 at Mulcahy Stadium. 4-0. Miners now in control. So Brandon White's day is done for the Miners, and another impressive outing for the 6'8 right-hander as he goes 5 innings, 3 punch-outs, just 2 hits allowed, and no runs scored as he leaves with the Miners up 4-0. New pitcher on for the Miners. It's going to be left-hander Randy Abshire. It's his 3rd appearance of the year, his first out of the pen, as the first pitch to the 9th inning shortstop Taishi Nakawaki misses upstairs for ball 1. Abshire, no decisions thus far on the year, 9 1/3 innings of work, 5.79 ERA, as Nakawaki misses the fastball. Good locating there by the southpaw from Arizona. So 1-1 now the count. Abshire working quickly, ready at the belt from the stretch. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, a fastball that misses high and upstairs, 2-1. Abshire, 8 hits allowed, 6 runs, all of them earned, 7 punch-outs, 5 free passes. Opponents hitting .242 against him as Nakawaki comes up empty again on another low fastball from the 6'3 Arizona Wildcat by way of Chula Vista, California. So 2-2 now the count as Abshire will go against the 9-1-2 hitters of this Bucs lineup, and the 2-2 waved at and missed for strike 3. So Abshire sets down the first hitter of the inning on strikes. Punch out number 8 on the year for the lefty, and the 4th of the afternoon for this Miner pitching staff, as they have kept this Bucs lineup at bay all game long, and the leadoff man Isaac Barrera steps up. Barrera 0 for 1 on the day, as the first pitch to him missing high, 1-0. He walked back in the first and then grounded out to short back in the 4th. I have another crack at it here in the 6th. Abshire ready, the 1-0. Fastball right at the knees, and Abshire throwing darts out of the pen here as he's kept most of his pitches right at the knees and low, right where you want to be as a pitcher. So we're even, ones across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Number 1 at the dish here for the Bucs as the 1-1 pitch misses high and inside at the fastball, 2-1. Abshire made 17 appearances for Arizona this past year, all of which came from the bullpen. 2-1 pitch to Barrera is lined foul to the left side and into the bleachers. Look out over there. That was a hard hit ball. Always got to stay on your toes at these games and always pay attention. You never know when a hard hit ball heads into the stands. So 2-2 the count. The pitch to Barrera, waved at and missed for strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down via strikeout here for Randy Abshire in the 6th. Picking up right where Brandon White left off, as the first 2 men of the inning set down for the Bucs here, and that'll bring up Chad Castillo, the team's leader in average. He's 0 for 1 on the day, Castillo. Twin killing his first time around, and then a free pass back in the 4th. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Abshire ready, and the first pitch runs inside and gets him right in the back. Breaking ball got away from Abshire there, so Castillo trots on down to first, on base for the 2nd time today. And we've got an Arizona versus Arizona matchup here with 1 man on, 2 men out, as the dangerous Blake Paw steps into the box. Again, folks, we thank you for tuning in here on YouTube Live to Matsu Miners Baseball. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland here as the first pitch from Abshire to Pause, a fastball that misses away, 1-0. Remember, folks, every game, home and away throughout this 2019 Miners season, you can catch on YouTube Live. Be streaming games all season long as the 1-0 by Abshire fouled by Paw to the press box. Is a little bit late on the fastball there, 1-1. Castillo, as previously mentioned, 2 for 2 on the year with stolen bases, gets about a 2-step lead off of first, and Paw waves at the 1-1 changeup and comes up empty, 1-2. A battle of first-year managers today. Grant Palmer in his first season managing the Anchorage Bucs, and same goes for Tyler LeBrun. They were both assistants for their respective teams last year. The 1-2 pitch to pause, waved at and missed. Got him with the breaking ball. And the side is retired. Randy Abshire strikes out 3 out of the bullpen. Bucs get a base runner, but can't do anything with it. We are through 6 here in Anchorage. Miners up 4-0. I'll turn it over to Nick Veland for the 7th, 8th, and 9th. This has been Brandon Monty thanking you as always for listening to Matsu Miners Baseball on YouTube Live.
And welcome back here in the top of the 7th. Miners lead 4-0 as the first pitch to the top of the lineup for the Miners is Eric Webb leading things off for the Miners. Michael Frias still on the mound for the Bucs, and his first appearance gave up 2 runs there in the top of the 6th as he falls behind 2-0 to Eric Webb. And here's the 2-0 pitch. Low for ball 3, so Webb way ahead in the count, 3-0. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a single, as he has 1 RBI as well as a run scored. And here's the 3-0 pitch. Hits that outside part of the plate for strike 1, and Eric Webb is now facing a 3-1 count. And here's the pitch from Frias. Popped him up down the first base side, but will go out of play, and the count will go full. Webb will step in. Frias gets his sign, and here's the payoff pitch. Grounded to shortstop Tashi Nakawaki. The throw to first in time, and Webb will be retired there on the 6-3 ground out. But good at-bat battle there by Webb to bring it full, but will ground out for the first out of the inning, bringing up Justin Kirby. Kirby is 1 for 3 on the day with a single, as first pitch to him is popped up and out of play for strike 1. As he has a single, a strikeout, and a ground out today, and faces an 0-1 count here in the top of the 7th. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball in there for strike 2. Frias gets his sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside for ball 1. Kirby, Alpharetta, Georgia native, goes to Kent State. As The 1-2 pitch gets him looking for strike 3 as Kirby's down on strikes. Bringing up Drew Williamson. Williamson grounded to Tashi Nakawaki at short. The throw to first in time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Miners. And it's stretch time here in Anchorage as the Miners lead 4-0. So we're 6.5 innings into this ball game. Miners lead 4-0. Randy Abshire came in to the 6th inning. Did his job with 3 strikeouts and 1 hit by pitch. And his day will be done, bringing in Owen Lamont, Georgetown University baseball player, as he will come in for the Miners and see what he can do. And Lamont with the first pitch, low for ball 1, as Chaney Rogers will lead things off for the Bucs. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded to second baseman Cody Huff. The throw to first in time, as Chaney Rogers will be retired.
Not an easy play, though. Not an easy play, though, by Huff there. Fielded that one pretty deep. Out in the outfield grass, for that matter. Had to take about 6 steps running to his left on what was a hard hit ball. But good range there by Cody Huff to corral it and make the play for out number 1.
Bringing up Cole Tate, as he's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. And here's the first offering to him. In there for strike 1. Lamont toes the mound. And the 0-1 pitch. Checked his swing, but just inside for ball 1. Lamont's a Herndon, Virginia native. So far in this ABL season has allowed 0 earned runs and has limited batters to a 143 average, as the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed with that good off-speed pitch there by Owen Lamont.
Cole Tate was way out in front of that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Try to get him with a fastball just high for ball 2. here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled, out of play. Cole Tate's out of Bishop, Georgia. So far in this ABL season has had 6 runs on 3 RBIs with a home run. And here's the 2-2 pitch to him. Fouled straight back again. Attends University of Georgia. In his previous season, a 192 average with 5 RBIs and a double. Lamont gets his sign. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on him, missed, got him swinging for strike 3 and out number 2. Threw that pitch just to get him to chase there, and it was successful as Cole Tate is down on strikes for the second time today, bringing up Caden Hobson, who's also 0 for 2. Popped up in the second and grounded out in the 5th. And here's the first pitch to him. Inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Miners lead 4-0. Owen Lamont on the mound for the Miners, facing off against Caden Hobson. And the 1-0 pitch. Grounded in between first and second base. And will go to the outfield for a 2-out hit by Caden Hobson. As Hobson will take first on the single, bringing up designated hitter Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan's 1 for 2 on a day today with a strikeout and a single. As Sullivan's from Aurora, Colorado, and attends Gonzaga University. So 2 outs, runner on first, and here's the first pitch. In the dirt for ball 1. Good stop by Anthony Notero to keep that ball in front of him and prevent a pass ball or wild pitch to move the runner to second. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Lined into left center field, will drop for a single as Hobson thought about going to third, held up, and will stay at second. So a 2-out rally here for the Bucs as 2 straight singles, has a runner on first and second, and 2 outs in this bottom half of the 7th inning. With Max Foxcroft coming up to the plate. 2 ground outs so far, one of them being a double play. As Lamont gets his sign, looks over at second, and here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Gets ahead early on the count. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Miners have 6 hits on this day. To the Bucs, only 4. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up to left field. And it looks like it'll go out of play for a foul ball. And the count will move to 1-2. Other ABL action, the Chinooks and the Oilers are facing off right now in the top of the 6th inning. Oilers lead that one 3-2. As both of those teams are currently tied in ABL standings. Lamont with the 1-2 pitch. Looks over at second, kicks and deals. Grounded to third baseman Tanner Carlson. The throw to first in time for out number 3. So a little trouble there for the Bucs, but the Miners are able to handle it and allows near 0 runs as the Miners lead it 4-0 going to the top of the 8th inning. Here we are on the top of the 8th inning. Miners lead 4-0 as the 4, 5, and 6 hitters are due up for the Miners. Michael Frias on the mound for the Bucs as he will have to face off against Aaron Walters to lead things off for the Miners. Umpire dusts off home plate and signals play ball here in the top of the 8th inning with Aaron Walters to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and later scored. And the first pitch lined into right field, so he'd be 1 for 3 on the day with making some solid contact to right field and a leadoff single with one pitch and a runner on for the Miners. Bringing up Cody Huff. Huff 0 for 2 and hit by pitch and later scored in the 6th inning as he'll have a runner on first. And Huff steps in. First pitch to him. Low for ball 1. Huff batting .443 coming into the day's game. And here's the 1-0 pitch to him in there for a strike. 1-0-1's the count. As he has 2 RBIs. Now 5 runs scored. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Good off speed there for strike 2. As Huff now falls behind the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Walters takes his lead at first and the pitch in the dirt. And the count will even up at 2-2. Walters short lead at first. 2-2 pitch. Pot them up. First baseman running in foul territory. Makes the catch for out number 1. So Channy Rogers over at first. Had to sprint in as that ball was popped up in between the catcher's position and where Channy Rogers was at first. As that'll be out number 1, bringing up Tanner Carlson. Carlson 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and The first pitch to him is lined into center field and will drop for a single. Walters over to third, as the Miners will have runners at the corners and one out. So Tanner Carlson, have yourself a day, 3 for 4 with 3 singles, as Anthony Notero will come up to the plate and see what he can do with a runner in scoring position, as Carlson takes his lead at first, Walters takes his lead at third, and here's the first pitch to Notero. Inside, misses for ball 1. The Miners trying to extend their lead here. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded to second baseman Max Foxcroft. The throw second in time for 1 to first for the 4-6-3 double play to get the Bucs out of this inning. As after 7.5 innings, Miners lead it 4-0. And here we are in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Owen Lamond, on the mound for the Miners, as he gave up 2 hits in the previous inning, but sat down the other 3 with no problem with a strikeout in that 7th inning, as he's off to face Tachi Nakawaki to start the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch to him. In there for strike 1. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses for ball 1. 1-1's the count. Nakawaki 0 for 2 today with a fly out to left field and a strikeout. And here's the 1-1 pitch to him. Outside for ball 2. Owen Lamont at Georgetown was 2 for 4. Was 2 and 4 with a 6.89 ERA in his previous season as a Hoya. And here's the 2-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. 3-1's the count. Average 7.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. And here's the 3-1. Misses inside for ball 4, so a leadoff walk for the Bucs, as Tachi Nakawaki will take first in the top of the lineup for the Bucs is up now with Isaac Barrera. Barrera out of Kent, Washington, goes to Gonzaga as pitching coach Jeff Erlab will come up to the mound and have a word with Owen Lamont and the rest of the infield. Probably trying to calm him down, reminding him just to keep true to his stuff because his stuff so far has been so good. And even in the last inning, although he gave up 2 hits, he was lights out as he has a runner on first, no outs. In the bottom half of the 8th inning, the Miners lead 4-0 with the top of the lineup for the Bucs coming up to bat with Isaac Barrera, as he is 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout in the 6th and a ground out in the 4th. And here's the pitch to him. In there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside for ball 1. Barrera at Gonzaga in the previous season batted .255 with 15 runs and 9 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 10 walks. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. And is a known threat on the base path, as he is 4 for 4 in stolen bases so far in the ABL season, and at his previous season at Gonzaga went 2 for 2. As the 2-1 pitch is grounded, Drew Williamson gets the throw to second in time. The throw to first misses, but won't be in time. So they get the out at second. The throw to first gets behind Owen Lamont and will go into the dugout, putting the ball out of play and moving up Barrera to second base. So Barrera stands at second. Chad Castillo up at the plate. And here's the first pitch to him. Gets behind Otero, and Barrera will take third. So the Bucs will have a runner at third now. With Castillo at the plate. He is 0 for 1 tonight with he grounded out into a 4-6-3 double play in the first. And a base on balls and a hit by pitch to both get him on. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Lined out of play. And the count will even up at 1-1. Lamont toes the rubber. Looks at Barrera at third and fires. A swinging strike for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Bucs threatening to score here with Isaac Barrera at third. Here's the 1-2. Softly grounded, just foul. And the count will remain 1-2. Castillo out of Santa Ana, California. Goes to Cal Baptist University. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped it up to left field. Should be far enough back for the runner to tag. Makes the catch at left field for out number 2, and the run will score. So Isaac Barrera will tag up there and score from third, as the Bucs still trail 4-1. So a good sac fly from Castillo. With Blake Paul coming up to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And here's the first offering to him. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Lamont with the fast pace is ready to go. Again with that first pitch strike. And here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed again. And Lamont is up in the count 0-2. Lamont shakes off 2 signs. Gets the one he likes. And fires the 0-2. Just outside for ball 1. Tried to get him to chase there, but wasn't going. And the count will go to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. And there will be 2s on the board with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Miners with 8 hits to the Bucs 4. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, got him swinging for out number 3 to retire the Bucs in that 8th inning. So the Miners are 3 outs away from a victory from the Bucs as going in the 9th inning. Miners lead 4-1. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Miners here in the top of the 9th inning. As Ricky Martinez will step up to the plate and see what he can do. Leading things off, Michael Frias still on the mound for the Bucs. He took over on the 6th inning and looking to get 3 complete innings here. 4 complete innings as the first pitch to Martinez is outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Grounded to shortstop Tachi Nakuwaki. To Rogers at first in time to retire Martinez. And will be the first out of the inning. Bringing up Colin Montez. Montez is 0 for 1 on the day. Took over for Matt Palmer in the 6th inning. As he looks to get things going. First pitch popped them up out of play. And the count will go to 0-1. Montez out of Marysville, Washington. 0-1 pitch hits that outside part of the plate for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Montez down on strikes for out number 2. Bringing up the top of the order, Eric Webb. Webb is 2 for 4 on this ball game. In this ball game with a single in the 3rd, a double in the 5th. Also has a run scored and an RBI, and here's the first offering to him. Fouled it straight back, out of play for strike one. Eric Webb out of St. Peters, Missouri, goes to Central Missouri and bats .419 for him there in his previous season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Got a piece of it, just foul for strike two. Currently in this ABL season, he has 6 runs and 3 RBIs. With today, he has 7 runs and 4 RBIs. And here's the 0-2 pitch to him. Grounded to third baseman Cole Tate. The throw to Rogers at first. Well, umpire will say that Rogers was off the bat as he had to jump up to make the catch. Umpire has the good advantage point there, and will call him safe at first on the infield single. So the throw would have beat him, but a little high of a throw made Rogers jump off the bag, very slightly off the bag, and umpire will throw him out. So manager Grant Palmer is thrown out of this ball game. He had a few words to that umpire, but it looks like that was enough to get him out of here, as he was not happy with that call at first. He is fired up leaving this ball game. Bringing up Justin Kirby. So Webb with the single to get things going for the Miners. A threat to steal. And here's the pitch to Kirby. Lined foul down the first base line. And the count will go to 0-1. So Grant Palmer is out of this ball game. Bringing on the assistant coaches to take the Bucs home in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses low for ball one. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Eric Webb at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the pitch to Kirby. Popped it up out of play, and the count will go to 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Webb takes his lead off of first. Frias on the mound gets the sign he wants. Toes the rubber. Webb will go. 2-2 pitch outside, the throw to second, not in time, and Webb will have another stolen base on the year. And Webb is just a constant threat there at first whenever he gets on, as he'll now be 6 for 6 in stolen bases. Putting Justin Kirby at a full count now with 2 outs. And Webb will go again. 3-2 pitch is fouled straight back. It's a common theme to go with a full count and 2 outs, but with no runner at first, Webb is still able to be thrown out at third with a walk to Kirby. But Webb will take his lead again. See if he's going this time. Kirby is locked in at the plate. Frias the throw. Webb will stay at second and will pop it up again out of play. And the count will go full again. Full count, 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Runner at second. Miners lead 4-1 with Justin Kirby at the plate. 1 for 4 on the ball game. And here's the full count pitch. Lined up to left field, and Webb will get home safely as the Miners extend their lead on Justin Kirby's RBI single. Great at bat there by Kirby to keep on fouling the ones back that he didn't like that could have been in the strike zone. Saw the one he wanted, acted on it, and drove it to left field. Webb, with his insane speed, was able to score easily on that one, and the Miners lead 5-1. And Drew Williamson up at the plate for the Miners. So that call that got head coach Grant Palmer for the Bucs ejected at first will come around and score as the 0-1 pitch to Williamson is swung on and missed for strike 2. Williamson 0 for 4 on the day. A strikeout and 2 groundouts and a flyout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Williamson, Brewtown, Alabama native. Attends University of Alabama. Kirby takes his lead at first. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded off of himself. So go foul and the count will remain 0-2. Miners 5, Bucs 1 here in the top of the ninth. Miners have 10 hits on the day so far. 1 error to the Bucs, 4 hits and 0 errors. As catcher Caden Hobson will call time. Frias gets the sign he wants, toes the mound, and will kick and deal the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Miners in the top of the ninth. They will get another run across to add some insurance as the Miners lead 5-1 going into the bottom of the ninth. And we're back here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Call to the bullpen for the Miners is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, locally owned in Alaska. And you can get what you need in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Go to www.alaskanapaautoparts.com for more information. Call the bullpen, bringing in Grant Sloan out of Indiana University. First pitch to Chaney Rogers is outside for ball 1. He'll be facing off against the 4-5-6 of the Bucs, and the 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2-0 pitch from Sloan. Tip straight into the catcher's glove, and that'll be strike 1. 2-1 pitch. Tipped again, straight back into the catcher's glove, and the count will even up at 2-2. Sloan gets his sign, kicks and deals the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Miners are now 2 outs away from their second straight victory against the Bucs. As a pinch hit situation here, bringing in Braxton Brofin. For the Bucs, University of Oklahoma student, as he fouls off the 1-0 pitch out of play for strike 1. 1-1's the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's Sloan with the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Dirty pitch right there from Sloan to get him to chase, and the count will move to 1-2. Sloan is smiling on the mound from that one as Brofin steps in. Sloan kicks and deals the 1-2, lined up the middle for a 1-out single by Braxton Brofin to get things going for the Bucs in the bottom of the 9th. So Brofin at first. Another pinch hit situation here as Lion Lincoln will come in for Caden Hobson. Anchorage, Alaska native. And goes to Malachester College. Batted .216 for him in their previous season. And will ground that to short. He'll tap on the bag by himself. The throw to first, not in time, as Ricky Martinez will field that one at short. Decides to tag on second himself and throw over to first. Not in time, though. So Bucs are down to their last out as Ryan Sullivan, designated hitter, is up at the plate. Lincoln takes his lead at first, though. First offering outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Sloan gets his sign. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back for strike 1. Sloan with the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Count moves to 1-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Miners lead 5-1, looking for their second straight victory against the Bucs. and to edge a little ground in the ABL standings early on in the season. Sloan with the 1-2. Thought about going. Brings it back just in time, and the count will go to 2-2. Twos on the board in the bottom half of the ninth inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, with Lion Lincoln at first taking his lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And that'll be your ball game. Great ninth inning performance there by Grant Sloan to get the Bucs done there as the Miners win 5-1. Miners had 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error to the Bucs 1 run on 5 hits and 0 errors. This upcoming homestand for the Miners, as they will be at home tomorrow against the Glacier Pilots, Tuesday to Friday at home against the Oilers, and then Saturday we'll be back here at Molokai Stadium for a doubleheader against the Pilots. In this previous away stand for the Miners, they'll go 4-2, as the 2 that they lost were against the Bucs, but they will even up the series against them on that road stand, as in that road stand the Bucs got 2 of them, the Miners got 2 of them, but in the overall grand scheme of things, the Bucs lead the Miners 4-2 to wins and losses, but they get a victory there by the Miners as they win 5-1. And we'll see you back here tomorrow with a 7 o'clock first pitch from Herman Brothers Stadium. As for Brandon Monty, this has been Nick Veal and broadcasting you Matsu Miners Baseball, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.